What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Big Killzown. The phone, the money still long, and the team is forever, ever strong. We in the building for another episode of Beats and Bitz podcast.
Come get you, hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me up, hit me up, hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me up.
Yeah, man. So we back. We live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and JadalGaming.com. I'm gonna be moving this over to Streamlabs. I just had to figure out a way to do it a little bit better, so we get on Trovo, we get on TikTok, we hit everything up. But right now, we're still here on StreamYard, and I'm thinking I might keep StreamYard just because it's easier for everybody to to get in and everything. I know we've been away for a couple weeks. I was trying to wait for Breezy. Shout out to Breezy. He couldn't be here today. I was trying to wait and see, and let me send him the link still. I was trying to wait and see if he had saw, what was it thing, Wakanda Forever, right? So, you know, I had to wait, he had some family things and everything else like that to take care of. So, I said, you know what, let me go ahead and do this show. And then on top of that, I got the homie Diesel Hampton coming in. He'll be on shortly. And I just want to thank God first and foremost, because it's been, hold on, let me turn this down right quick. I want to thank God just for this day. I was want to thank God for this opportunity to interview somebody from my town, from the city, that I don't think really got the recognition or the credit that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be having him come on and tell his story, and maybe play some music and stuff like that. So yeah, man. So basically, what's been going on with me, y'all know I've been streaming a lot of stuff. God of War. Um, what else been going on? God of War, Pokemon, Marvel, Midnight Suns, Callisto Protocol, and I think I might get back on Fortnite, man. Last season I fell off because we was getting ready for Modern War and Modern Warfare 2. We waiting on the leaderboards to cut on. Jadal, we trying to go for. We not trying. We going for the number one spot. And so, and speaking of Pokemon, I want to shout out real quick. I got to shout out the homie Toxic TRSRPC on Twitter. I'm gonna pull up his Twitter because I've been in the Twitter Spaces for a minute, and I recently got on and started really seeing what's been going on and stuff like that. And this brother right here, man, is very, very, very well versed and well versed in Pokemon and what's going on, as well as other gaming. Mainly his main game is Pokemon. So I want y'all to go follow this brother. He's a good young brother, very, very accomplished brother for his age. And we had an interesting conversation, at first, because he's very, very passionate about his he's very, very passionate about the community that he's a part of, the Pokemon community and stuff like that. And I really resonated with him at first, and we didn't start off on the right foot, but we had a very, very good conversation. I'm gonna go find that, and share the conversation. But we were talking about what happened with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. You know what I'm saying? The game came out in a very it was very polarized, because the game itself is very, very good, but the presentation was horrible. You know what I'm saying? And the game had been worked on, and but there was a lot of issues with the open world. The game was like an N64 game. You know what I'm saying? But due to this brother and a lot of other people who caught wind of the issues before, because there was some leaks that had happened. Um, they put the pressure on Nintendo to rectify those issues. So now there's another patch that came out, because there was a day one patch that really didn't do nothing. It just opened up um, the online play, but then it was stuff going on with um, certain attacks doing, like you see right here, rank battle and stuff like that. There was a lot of performance issues. There was move set issues. There's a lot of issues going on with this release, and this is the first open world Pokemon game, um, like truly open world Pokemon game. You can go anywhere, you can do anything, and it was just it was a problem. You know what I'm saying? So um, definitely go follow this brother. Good brother, kept me up to date with a lot of different things, and yeah, man. Shout out to him and everybody in the community, and shout out to the outlets, because I feel like most of the time when there's an issue with a game, the outlets get the games and then they review it, and then they kind of they address the issues and then they move on. Well, this time the outlets along with the community put the pressure on Nintendo to change it. And if y'all know me, I'm all about rectifying things and changing things for the better. Um, and I believe in applying pressure when pressure needs to get applied, when something is being half done or half finished or whatever the case may be, even to myself. So I applaud Toxic, everybody that's hardcore and competitive in the community, for stepping up, and I applaud Eurogamer, kind of funny, all the other different outlets that continue, not just before, not just during the review process, but even to this day they continue to talk about it and continue to report on it. So shout out to that brother. And yeah, so next thing, let me pull up the next thing here. So we kind of popcorn in a lot of these topics, because Diesel will be on shortly, and we'll be getting into this interview, and I'm very excited for it. Metro Boomin from St. Louis put out his album Heroes and Villains, and I'm gonna just be real with y'all. I like the album, but everything with the album kind of is, it's not really, you know what I'm saying, like it's something that's not sitting well with me, you know what I'm saying, and just the imagery, everything else like that, like it's just it's really not sitting well with me. But I'm gonna let y'all do what you want to do with it. But the album, this is probably his best album that I had to just go ahead on and say it. But it's just like it's his best album. I gotta say that. I gotta keep it a bean and just say that it is his best album. It is his best body of work. But I'm concerned with everything that's going on, and I'm just concerned with seeing this imagery and stuff like that. I'm concerned for him. You know what I'm saying? I'm concerned for a lot of people in the music industry, because the music industry seems like it's a lot of like darkness going on. Like it's a lot of darkness going on. It's been a lot of death. It's been a lot of loss. We lost Takeoff. We've lost PNB Rock. We've lost so many people, and just when and he lost his mom. So I'm concerned. And maybe I'm tripping, but I'm just concerned, because it's like when I see stuff and imagery and stuff like this, and then just the music is dark. You know what I'm saying? It's not that it's not hard or it's not whatever. It's just you know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing, when God is the only one watching and everything else like that. But when I see like imagery and stuff like this, and I hear the music is definitely getting darker because I came up, and he came up in a time where, you know, and then even with this, we gonna watch this. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna start this back over. We gonna watch this short film real quick, and then we gonna come back. Let me go ahead and pull this up. Share system audio. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So we're gonna look at this real quick. Thought I would subscribe. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch it.
A storm is brewing in Metropolis.
Now this is dope. He got Morgan Freeman, and then it's like you know, the Metropolis thing, because remember, if you listen to Savage Mode 2, he was talking about Metropolis was being St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's crazy.
Years, Metro Boomin has protected the city from the unrelenting threat of evil. But the light of the Boominati headquarters, once a beacon of hope, has gone dark. In Metro's absence, villains rise from the shadows. Metropolis is on the brink of chaos. A powder keg, ready to ignite.
It's a play, not a rip.
I'm gonna mute this real quick because we don't want to get struck down, so I'm trying to be a little bit better with that.
Guys, we're live. Guys,
We live right now?
yes.
This just in,
We're gonna send this to
local reporters down there at the
scene of fucking crime. Citizens of Metropolis. This is your worst nightmare, City. These nights of the beloved city will burn into the ground. When the sun rises over your smoldering remains, the hero of heroes will cross the weight of my vengeance.
From these ashes of heroism, a new villain.
Damn it.
What was I gonna say? Fuck it. Chopper say like it's a W. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it looks dope, but it's just crazy. This mug is crazy. So we just gonna.
Now on the front page, new villain in town. You hear that? There's a new villain in town.
Let me turn that back down. Yeah, this mug is crazy right here. And so.
Fuck. You're going down there, right? Come on, walk with me. You know, Metro, if you never put on a chain again, your place in history is already cemented. You built a legacy, something people will clearly kill for. But you and I both know that there's far more to being a hero than the glory that comes with it. You know, heroism isn't about earning accolades or even defeating villains. It's choosing to risk everything for the people, expecting nothing in return. We all know the city loves its legends, but tonight they need a hero. Which one do you want to be?
me turn it off.
Hero in you prevail. Come on. And may you strike fear into the heart of any villain who dares to cross you. But you know what they say. If young Metro don't trust you, motherfucker, you better run.
Yeah, this is kind of tight though. I ain't gonna lie. He got the little the Metro mobile coming up out the thing. But like I said, it's just dark. It's real dark, man. It's real crazy. And you know what I'm saying? It's dope that he did this little short film or whatever. And yeah. But you know, like I said, it's real dark, and it's kind of, you know, it is kind of like what's going on. What's up, Amy? What's going on? It is kind of like what's representative of what's going on in the city, and it's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? But it's you know, I'm gonna just pray for him, you know what I'm saying? Because when I see stuff like that, it just it makes my antennas go up, you know what I'm saying? And spiritually, it's just like, you know, it just makes my antennas go up, man, because it just, I can feel it. I can feel it on the screen and everything else like that, just seeing it. So anyway, shout out to Metro. He's supposed to be here in the city, so I don't know if I'm gonna go or not. Have to pray on it. Cause it get real deep, and I'm not. This ain't the place to do it. Maybe on Patreon or something like that. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing it. But y'all hear me and everything? Yeah, y'all can't hear me. Okay, cool. So, hey, what's up, Amy? Y'all hear me? Let me see here. Yeah, hold on. Let me double check here and make sure. I thought I heard. Yeah, you can hear me. What's up, Amy? I see you. I see your comment. So, next thing, the Callisto protocol. Let me see here. Let me look it up real quick. And I think, where did I put my case at? It's over here. Hold on, let me just grab that real quick. If y'all like Dead Space, right? Y'all need to check this game out. Hold on, real quick. Y'all need to check this game out. For real, for real. Like, if you like Dead Space, if you like, if you was a fan of that game, go check this out. EA let go of Visceral Games. They closed it down. They shut it down. And so they started a new studio called Striking Distance. I don't know if y'all can see that. And it's backed by Crafton, the people who put out PUBG. So if y'all like sci-fi, survival horror, check this out. It reminds me of like Alien, but then it's got like, how could I say it, like almost like Street Fighter, God of War-esque combat, but it's really, really dope. I got a stream up on it on the channel. Go check it out. I'm still playing God of War Ragnarok. I've been taking my time with it. Shout out to Persona. He's having a spoiler cast on it right now. So yeah, so check him out. They having a spoiler cast on Twitter right now, Twitter Spaces. I'm not gonna be in there because I'm not done playing the game. So I gotta find this mug here. Let me see here. No, I can't. I don't know where you put it. Okay, I don't know where, because it was right here. But yeah, I gotta keep going. So what else is going on? Marvel Midnight Suns. I love that game. Again, like I said with Metro, let me put this right here. Like I said with Metro, the imagery is kind of crazy, but love the game. Remember coming up. Where did I put them comics at? Are they over there? So I remember coming up, reading like Blade, Morpheus, all the old Midnight Suns comics and stuff like that, and the new Midnight Suns comics. So you know what I'm saying? The game is out. The comic, the companion comic is out. And you know we're gonna get Blade eventually. It was gonna be next year, so they were going to have it. Supposed to have everything kind of in tandem. So when the game kind of finished, they were gonna have the Blade movie and all of that. But because Blade got pushed back, we won't be getting the Blade movie at the end of all of it. But it's pretty cool. I got a chance to play it early. It's up on the channel if y'all want to go see it. So yeah. What else is going on, man? Ain't too much really going on. Oh yeah, Drake and 21 Savage dropped their album, Honestly Nevermind, and no, Her Loss. I'm tripping. Drake album was Honestly Nevermind. So been jamming that. And what else is going on? That who else did I say on her? I gotta check my notes on all because there's so much stuff going on. Oh yeah, we gonna watch this Fortnite. Chapter 4 thing too. Let's go ahead and watch that before, because we got Diesel coming on in a few minutes. So we gonna look at this, man. They didn't make me come. They gonna make me come back to Fortnite, man. So let's go ahead on and let's watch this real quick. I'm trying to get my camera. There we go. That's what I wanted. Didn't want to act right. Okay, here we go. Let me see here. Official trailer. Let's go ahead and pull that up. So let's go ahead. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear it. Okay, I'm gonna mute the audio because it's got a song on it. So yeah, so they got bikes. The world got reformed and everything. The island got reformed. We got bikes. We got you can do tricks on the bikes. There go Jonesy in the cut. So it's a whole new map. Oh, we got drones. They can ping the enemies and stuff like that. It looks like the graphics then got overhauled. Okay. Oh, you could do pull-ups on the bike. Okay. They got snowball. Oh, you could jump into the snowball and that's dope. Oh, snap. That boy Doom Slayer. Okay. Why you had to do Blade like that though? They're always trying to do something to the black man. There go Gerard. Oh, snap. I thought I seen this. I thought I was tweaking when I saw it, but oh snap. Okay. Yeah, they gonna have me come back, dog. Even though we got Modern Warfare, we finna do the season reload. This mug is looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my big cuz / auntie Amy in the building with us. So we got look like we got Diesel on here, man. Let's go ahead on and bring him in real quick, because I've been waiting to do this real quick. So y'all like Fortnite, go ahead on check that out, and we gonna go ahead and bring Diesel in right now. What's up, Diesel?
Hey, I'm good, man. What's going on, brother?
What's up, man? I appreciate you for stopping through, for coming on to the show, man. This has been a long time coming since Soundwave Comic Expo.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that I was able to roll it out in a good way, and I'm kind of I'm kind of flying the seat of my pants today, because my boy Breezy, he my co-host. We usually do this together. So when it's just solo episode, like with me, I try to just cover the topics, and then I'm out of there, so it ain't that long of an episode. But I was like, let me go ahead and holler at these. I was trying to get my boys Otaku Guide and Slick to come on, because they got a wonderful movie. Slick was on episode 3 of this new I ain't gonna say new season, but new era of the podcast. This podcast has been around almost like going on 10 years. Yeah, going on 10 years. So, but now we really getting ready to ramp it up and take everything to the next level. So that's why I had Slick on. I'm gonna be reaching out to David, reaching out to Lamar, Shout out to Ray Lee. We're gonna have her on. Everybody that was at Soundwave will be on, and some other people will be on as well.
Nice.
But how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just working on some new stuff, getting the projects out, getting ready for 2023. So we hitting it.
So, I went and did my research. I cheated a little bit because I was just gonna have you. I want you to go ahead on and just tell your story. I'm gonna get out the way. I just want you to tell it from beginning to right now because it ain't the end. So,
Well, I was born in a small town in Georgia. No, that's for real. I mean, I'm back home in Georgia for real. So I started out here in Atlanta. Moved up to St. Louis back when I was a kid. Pretty much grew up in St. Louis, starting in the music scene in St. Louis early on, getting my teeth broken in with like the Midwest Avengers and 12 to 6 movement and Nelly and the Lunatics, working with those guys. Shout out to the Lunatics for real for helping me out with a lot of my DJing when I started off as a DJ within St. Louis, and then really moved on to the production side of it. Had my own group, the Avengers. For we did about 10 years of it. Did a couple of things with the Grammys. Worked. I pretty much worked with everybody when it comes down to production. I'm currently working up under my own organization, DHMG, which is the Diesel Hampton Music Group. We currently are doing primarily work in the realm of sync placement. So like a lot of stuff on the video games and the movies and stuff that's coming out right now. We had like 2 songs on Black Adam. So,
okay.
We do pretty much that. We still work on commercial projects, working up under Malik Yusuf of Good Music. We are about to launch a brand new project with Malik. And we just, last night, 2 nights ago, we just inked a deal with Netflix to do the majority of urban production for Netflix projects coming up. And other than that, man, I'm still trying to get my Grammys. So I got my awards back here, but I'm still trying to get the actual Grammy that's owed to me from stuff I really can't talk about legally, but I'm still trying to get that locked in right now, though.
Okay. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and take that off of there. So, going back to when you moved to St. Louis, now this is where I'm kind of at in my 30s because I started off in the music scene, and then I kind of took a break because I realized it was when I was in high school. I was in a group. You probably are familiar with the Dynasty Hip Hop program, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so I was in a group called Black Squad, and then it was we had some tension with another group. It was an incident that happened, and then I had to lead a group, and then the group fell apart. Had, but so I realized, I said, okay, then I dropped this song called Hit Me Up, and then I was like, well, how can I get out there? Because I didn't have a car. I wasn't on the scene in my early 20s, but I got into the gaming, and then I left the gaming industry I didn't leave it, but I kind of pivoted because I was like, okay, well, I got this audience on YouTube talking about stuff that's going on in the music industry, so I said I gotta keep it parallel. And so when I got to the music side, especially the local scene here, because I was doing so much with out of town stuff and went viral and all that, how when you say this a ceiling here, right? And it's a very low ceiling where you feel like you have to make a transition. You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of get away to kind of be able to come back and make impactful changes. Because we were talking about that at Soundwave, and my thing is that I wanted to elevate the scene because I feel like outside of like Nelly, and I was talking about Metro earlier,
Right.
like there's really no. I mean, well, you got Chop Squad DJ, you got Sean Ferrari, you got Chase the Money, yourself, a couple other people that are in the industry that people don't know, that don't know it, and it maybe not even advertised as big names.
Right.
But what was that moment for you? You know what I'm saying? Where you got fed up, or you kind of realized that there was a ceiling for you in the city.
Well, I realized, unfortunately for St. Louis, man, it was real cliquish. If you weren't part of a certain part of town or you weren't a certain part of crew, you weren't going much further than that. We looked at it with the Avengers. We was riding on the coattails of the Midwest Avengers. A lot of stuff they did, we came up and followed example. I basically got to right about 30 years old when I started just promoting shows and realized that if I didn't have the name of somebody that was already popular in St. Louis, it wasn't going nowhere. Plus, I wanted to expand beyond what I was doing. I started going out, I started traveling, I started going back home to Atlanta, started getting my family in Atlanta. Shout out to Kizzy Rock, shout out to Mr. Collar Park, who really got me on. That's who taught me to DJ actually when I was 12 years old. And I got back with those guys and started just pumping that way. I just got to a point where I realized that it was more than just trying to be popular. It was about keeping a legacy for what I'm trying to do. So all the artists I would work with, I told them straight up, I'm not trying to make you famous. I'm trying to keep you working. I realized I wanted to be a working musician within this industry. And my love was hip hop music, of course. So I primarily worked on that, and then as I moved over to the R&B, to the jazz, to everything I could get my hands on at that point. So, like I said, going back to it, I was about 30 years old when I realized that, hey, there's a lot more than just St. Louis here. Let me step out, see what else is out there. And it took me from there to Atlanta, to California, to Japan. I was all over the place, traveling and chopping up with musicians and keeping my head down and just working, man, and getting to meet the right people. Luckily, 10 years ago, I met my lovely wife, who introduced me to Malik Yusuf, Kanye West. I know we ain't supposed to talk about his name, but Kanye West was a big deal for us. We worked on several projects. I was on Donda. We did all these great projects that came about because of the fact that I got out and I actually had a chance to get there. And I never cared about being that guy until somebody told me that maybe you should start promoting yourself a little more and pushing yourself out because you're making great stuff and nobody knows who you are. So that's where we are right now.
Okay. So would you say are you independent or are you signed?
I am officially an independent contractor. So the label itself, as a producer, I'm an independent artist, as a contractor rather. As an artist, I am a company which is up under an independent label, which is DHMG.
Okay. So because
but I do a lot of work for Universal, so I can't. It's legal.
Well, but see, that's the difference. Like, because I'm seeing, like I was saying earlier with the whole Metro thing. Like I was telling you, I was thinking about going, but it's a lot going on in the industry right now, and I'm more so on staying and being independent.
Right.
Because once you sign and stuff like that, not to go too deep into it here. This is that's something we had to talk about on Patreon or whatever. Right. So you know what I'm saying? But it seems like you have to go along with certain things when you sign. You have to put on certain clothes, you have to promote certain brands, you have to go and then it's I've had individuals that had lucrative deals that said, nah, I'm cool with it. I went viral, I had a hit song, I can do shows, I can DJ, I can promote events, my bills are paid, I'm happy where I'm at, and if I want to, I know people I can do marketing with, I can help build my brand independently. I don't necessarily want to be a part of the major label system. So how is it that you are able to, because you have leverage, because I'm from the next thing we getting ready to talk about, and we're gonna clip that the kingdom come, and it's probably gonna anytime somebody sit down and I'm not tooting my own horn, because this is what God does every time I sit down with somebody, something gets said and it go poof, and it's so being independent, are you going to continue to be independent, or are you going to try to negotiate something? Because it seems like you've been able to get a lot done just through networking and staying independent, because all the money goes to you and your company, you know what I'm saying, for the work that you do. So do you think it's wise for artists to stay independent now as long as they can, and maybe just work a 9-to-5 or own a business or something like that to support themselves until they get to where they're eating off of the music?
It just depends on where you are. To be honest with you, for a long time, before I became to a point where I became self-sufficient, I sold insurance, man. Hell, I was an insurance salesman while I was doing. I was traveling on the road and come back to a job, and but I did enough to make sure my family was taken care of. My daughters had to eat. So I mean, because music is rough. I mean, if you're not actually out there hitting it, I mean, especially Atlanta is tough as hell. Man, you got to be out there hitting it. But I mean, it depends on what your needs are. I mean, the one thing a label can do is give you some security, but just know everything that they give you has to be paid back. So if you're not looking to pay anybody back, it's good out here to get independent, but it's just like open up your own gas station. I mean, you gotta have that stuff in there to pull to keep that shit going. If you don't have it, you gotta work harder than everybody else do on it. So I've never been one to be against signing. I know a lot of us get confused. They hear people like Chance the Rapper talk, I ain't signed no contract and blah 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 blah. But he had a huge team behind him at the same time, though.
Mm-hmm.
He had pretty much was on somebody's label to an extent because he had such a huge team behind him. So it's all come down to financials with it. So if you got the finances to go 100% independent, I mean, rock this shit. The great thing about now compared to when I started 20 years ago, you got the internet to help you out with everything. You're not selling physical CDs and physical cassettes and stuff like that. You got streams and stuff like that. So if you can rock it, go with it. Like right now with DHMG, we're doing so much music right now where we're working on the sync side, which is a little different than the commercial side. We do have commercial artists we're working with, but we're trying to get a label deal locked in so that that everything goes for the label and stuff and we control it. So it just depends on where you are in your journey as a musician. But I don't knock getting signed to anybody. I don't. I mean, Glorilla got a good deal, signed on. I was proud of her what they did up there. But is it a great deal? We'll see. That's the best thing to say about it. We'll see it when it comes out. But as far as just signing it and being anti, signing with the industry, do your homework. That's all I can tell anybody. Do your homework. Know who you sign up. Don't do like I did the first time I signed the contract, and I was getting paid like 5 cents an album. So we weren't getting paid shit. So Sony reamed us and they killed us when it came down to it. And I was getting paid that amount, and I had 5 people in the group. So I think 5 cents an album, we ain't even go double plastic. So we ain't sell nothing, and that nothing to them, but they still came back and recouped and took it back to the label when it was all said and done. So I think on my Avengers projects, I think I probably made about $895 out of over a course of 10 years when it all came down to it.
Damn.
As an artist. As a producer, that's when I started realizing, man, the money was in the back end. I was nice on the boards. I was nice on the MP3. I was nice on everything I can get, and I got my hands on that part. So again, it just comes down to what you're doing. If you, as a producer, independent works because you can work with anybody. I'm not exclusive to anybody at this point. I do have a lot of under contract work we have, through Malik with Universal. I can't, get out of, but I can work with anybody I want to as an independent producer. As an artist, a little harder, a lot more money got to come in for paying for stuff you need. But it just goes with what your needs are. I'm long-winded, but it just goes to what you need, what your needs are when it comes down to it.
No, I'm long-winded too, so don't feel bad.
Right.
What was I finna say? So you said that as far as producing, right? You had told everybody at the panel at Soundwave that you produced Bryson Tiller's Don't, which is his biggest record.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it effectively changed the sound of R&B. Like, because up until that point, it was kind of the same, and it was kind of hitting the wall.
Right.
Whereas, you had The Weeknd at the time trying different things and experimenting with different genres and kind of melding it and kind of making it to this kind of, you know what I'm saying, this kind of dark, eerie type deal.
The trap soul movement is what they call it. Trap soul.
Yeah. So you brought the trap to R&B, and then also I feel like it's the next generation, because our generation of R&B, when we talk about the 80s or with New Edition on the 90s with like Boys to Men and Casey and JoJo and all of them, it was Baby I Love You, I Need You, this, that, and the third. And then it went to, okay, well, I'm cheating, but I still love you. And now it's just like, all right, F all of that. Like I'm, you know what I'm saying? I done gave you everything. I didn't, you know, or I'm going to change. I realize that these are things that I may have learned, and these are behaviors that I may have learned. But it kind of, the sound invoked that change. So when you produce that record, how did that record come about, and then how did Bryson get it, and why aren't y'all like working more together? Because I feel like he needs, like, I mean, he got a good team around him, but
Right.
you are the inventor and the originator of that sound. So it's like, I feel like if he links back up with you, he'll, you know, and integrates you into his team, he'll shoot right back up to the top spot. Because now, like, you got The Weeknd, you got Brent Faiyaz, you got what's the dude name, Steve Lacy. You got different people that's kind of,
Don't say Anderson .Paak. You know, you got Anderson .Paak on there.
yeah.
So you got that. But the whole thing with that's a whole legal thing, man, that we still, I mean, I've been in court for this. We've been in legal for this for like 2, 3 years, 4 years on this. I think 4 years. We've been fighting on this whole thing. So I can tell you a backstory real quick. So what happened was, with that, I had produced that track and brought it down to my former liaison here in Atlanta before she passed away. And she had released a track. It got in the hands of the wrong people, let's just say it like that. And a bunch of legal things came about. Well, actually, who's the track? If you look, that track's still listed as there's no producer listed on that track still to this day. And it's a reason for that. There was a guy who went by All-Star Beatz that tried to claim the track. When they come down, they did the investigation on it. They found out who the real person was on it, which was me and my team. So we still are battling not only All-Star Beatz, but we still are battling Bryson Tiller's team at the time, and also Sony Records at the time. So being I don't have the best history with Sony, it's going to be a long battle for me with that. So unfortunately. So right now, as far as new projects and stuff coming up, I mean, I love to work with that team, man. You know, I would love to get in and show some new stuff coming up. I mean, I've had our lawyers over at Universal reach out to them, the lawyers with good music reach out to them, Malik Short lawyer, all that. But it just all come down to you know, that first battle we're trying to work out. If we can get past that first battle, man, I'm happy to. And to be thought of as the originator of that, man, I appreciate that. I never even thought of it.
Yeah, because it when I heard the song, I was actually, at that time when the song came out, I was holding on for dear life in this relationship that I was in.
Right.
And I heard that song on Sunday. It had just came across, and I heard it, and then because you know how you got SoundCloud and there's a playlist going, and I was listening to somebody else, and then it popped up, and then next thing I know, it's everywhere on the internet. People going crazy over it, and then the project came out, and I remember I think it was on Live Mixtapes, and then he got signed, and it ended up just blowing up. And so the fact, I was like, man, who made this beat? So when I walked into Soundwave, and you said that, I'm like, you just casually mentioned it. I'm like, that's not nothing. Like, you changed the sound of R&B. Like that. Like, everybody is doing that. Like, the rest of his team, they kind of emulated it with Sorry Not Sorry and Exchange and everything else. And Exchange is another thing another issue where you got two producers and J. Cole and them battling it, you know. And so it's like, you know, I be wanting people to just put their pride to the side for the sake of music, because I've dealt with it, like I said, here in the city, trying to, because there's a brother, shout out to my boy Darius Robbins over there at Mic Check Global, who does marketing, and it's like, they crucified me because I was like, yo, y'all, I didn't have the money at the time, you know what I'm saying, but I know these artists have teams, labels, managers, and they got that money in their shoebox to give him, to save them from having to sign deals. And certain people that have signed deals in the city, it's not yielded any real success. So it's like, if we can stay independent and we have somebody that knows the software, and then has engineered it in such a way that it's not botting comments like we seen with like the stuff going on with like Uzi, Roddy, and Don Toliver, which that Don Toliver record, I don't know who he got over there working, but I said, them the only people really messing with you is his team, just because they took it and they elevated it and they changed it and they like these records sound like brand new records, but they interpolations of old
Something else.
school records.
Yep.
And then but it sounds completely different, but it sounds familiar, and that's what your records give it. So like, what inspired you to make that beat? Like when you made it, because you made it so long ago, and then it came back and it kind of it shook up the whole sound. So what inspired you to make that instrumental?
A really bad relationship, bro. I just got back from California, and it's crazy the whole thing. I remember when I made that track, I had I just got back from California. My fiance at the time broke up with me. I was in a car accident right on 270 and 255.
Oh my God! Hate
Crash
over
there. My head hit the windshield. I mean, I was messed up, and all I could do, I was laid up. All I could do is have my boards and my MPs and just making music, man. And the track that came to me during that time frame, and basically it was about what I was going through at that time. The song wasn't even what he wrote wasn't even what I was feeling at the time. To be honest with you, to go with it. And then over time, I meshed with it a couple of times, and there was actually, it wasn't even for him, to be honest with you. When we did the song to pitch it, Outkast was working on a reunion album, particularly at that time. So I was thinking Andre 3000, with his singing stuff on that, the whole vibe. So once we had pitched it down to Tijuana, old girl who passed away, she was like, "That's who we're gonna try to get over to them." And then, that whole mess came about. So, but I remember it was after the accident, that song that came about 11 years ago, actually, 11 years ago. And then, because you'll make a track and it'll sit forever before somebody actually get to it. I got songs I made, man, 20 years ago, like, wow, y'all want that, and it's dope at the moment. So you never know. But yeah, 11 years ago, I went to the accident, and then we was pitching that song over to Outkast, and next thing I know, Bryson Tiller team had the song. So it just happens,
Okay. So and it's funny because the way that song is, that's how I show you how God works. Like the way that song is, you got some company right behind you.
I see your not you. That's right.
So the way that song is, like it's kind of like it's almost like that same aesthetic. Like they had a breakup, and now like he's trying to make amends, but he's still on his way and on his journey, but he's making this promise to this woman. And then on top of that, like it kind of came full circle. I mean, yeah, it's kind of different because you weren't in the mind frame.
Right.
It just kind of picks up. So you made the song. It sounds like a breakup song. But
Yeah.
where he took it is like, okay, well, this right here is okay. We broke up, but I'm trying to get back to you. And then when they did Exchange, and then they did Sorry Not Well, it kind of like, I look at it like it's dope. Sorry Not Sorry. Then Exchange, because and then I forget the other song. I think it's called Worked Out. But like the way the way he has on the album isn't how like the song, when they release the songs, it's like, okay, this makes sense. Then they do the album, and then you kind of get the full picture of what's going on. But it's like the fact that you were completely removed from the creative process, but your situation plays it. Yeah, so it's like that just show you how God works. So have you talked to him at all? Have you had any communication or anything
We have
like
talked
that?
to lawyers multiple times, but we have never gotten in contact.
Okay,
with
so you kind of just waiting to where because now at this point, if y'all have any type of communication, that messes up the whole legal process.
Yeah, I can't speak with them just because of that. It's all NDAs and and what they call writ to not speak and all that stuff like that. So I can't say anything at this point. So it's best that my attorney take care of it on that end. And once we finally work out the deal we can, then I'm happy to work. Man, here's the thing about how we work. We work with everybody. I don't give a damn. You can wrong me in the past. I'm trying to get paid. So when it comes down to it, I promised my wife Ashton Martin at the end of next year. So I got some money. I got some work to do. So I'm ready to get paid.
I feel you on that. So, I feel you on that. So let me ask you this question. Working with Malik, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has Ye's antics has that messed up kind of the rollout for? Because I see where he's at. Like he's exposing a lot of truth that's going on, but at the same time he's kind of in a weird place because he's kind of fighting for his family, but at the same time fighting for his career. So like, is this affecting the team? Because like I seen Pusha what he said. That he didn't agree with it, like he stands by his brother, but he's vehement. Like everybody is kind of like, look, we don't agree with what he's doing. We see him trying to take a stand, but he's going about it the wrong way. And how is that affecting this relationship and this rollout with Malik?
As far as we're concerned, man, our official take is a no comment on anything that comes to us. But I'll tell you, under the team, I mean, that's anything that's in the press. But as far as the team is concerned, I mean, we just had to find ways to work around it. I mean, the great thing about our team is that we've worked on not just Kanye West work. You know, we did Beyonce, we did Rihanna. We just finished working on a project where Rihanna. I was just in working with Big Killzown recently on a couple projects. So we're still working. We just not mentioning, you know, Mr. West at this point. You know, because of the fact that we don't want to damage the brand that we have already.
So hold on, stop. Hold on. Don't just see you just be casually mentioning like, yo, I just worked on Beyonce. I just did Rihanna. Like,
it's work, bro.
So wait a minute. No, I'm just saying because like Rihanna didn't say like, so you kind of, so it's been floating around that she's getting ready to go on a run. Like it's been what 6 years. It has been. She did the Lift Me Up for Black Panther.
Right.
So she is coming out with a new project.
Unofficially, officially, yes. I'll say that.
Okay, cool. So all right. So
it's work being done. Let's just say that.
Okay, so it's not confirmed what it is, where it is.
Deny that.
Okay, cool. So and then with Beyonce, you worked on the Renaissance.
I didn't work on that project. Malik worked on it. Yeah, he worked on that particular.
Oh, okay. So how is it when you're working with, Malik, right? So do you guys kind of like, do you start some of the work and then Malik gets in there and like he may take some of the songs that you make and then he gets in there and then y'all go back and forth with the record? Like does he, he elevates it, does what he does to it, brings the other teams in, they team whoever, and then how does it go from your hands to them?
That's a real good question. So I'm basically, when it comes down to it, like I will lay out the actual format of the actual track. Like let's kind of use Don't for an example. I had the idea of the track itself, and then even though in my mind I have a story for it already for the song, I'll give it up to the writer, which is Malik in this case. And then Malik likes to take his pieces and go piece by piece with it, and to put his process into it, and then bring it back to us, like myself and a couple other producers like Prophet and the other guys, and then see what we got for it. Then go to other songwriters, see what we got for it with that, bring it back to them for the finalized product, and then get it to the artist for their finalized project when it's all said and done. So it's not like you would normally do on the independent scene. It's by committee for the most part. Let's put it like that. It's by committee. You'll see like somebody will write something and they'll write like 4 bars. Somebody come in and write a bar. Somebody come in and write 16 bar, like that, and then come back in and mix it up and take it out. I mean, we've been on sessions at night from 7 o'clock till 4 o'clock in the morning trying to get a verse done, one verse, trying to get it done, get it ready to go out there. So it's mainly done by committee with him running the forefront of all that.
Okay. So now we switching over because I'm gonna go ahead on and bring up. Go ahead and bring this up. All right, let me go ahead and bring up the website.
Right on.
Okay, cool. So
update that.
Yeah. So this is if y'all want to know, this is the DHMG music website. It's right here, dieselhampton.com.
Yep.
So you got some music up here, and okay, let me see here. So so is this is your single right here, right, Fawn? Because because you had sent them over, and I was trying to see,
right,
who it, because you didn't have them labeled in email. So we gonna go ahead and play that, and then let me know if you can hear it. Everybody, y'all thumbs up, like the video, share the video, and shit.
Introjet.
Foreign. Foreign.
Now, is that your kids on the track?
That is my daughter. Actually, it's my oldest daughter on the track. She's a college student at Clark, Atlanta. She speaks all these languages. So she said the word foreign in Italian, French, Japanese, and English at the beginning of the track. And then the other voice is mine.
Okay.
Exterior.
Foreign.
Straniere.
All of my food they be foreign.
Introvert.
All of my clothes they be foreign. All of my whips they be foreign.
Exterior.
All of that drip they be foreign.
Foreign.
All the you talk is foreign.
Straniere.
All of my clothes they be foreign.
Introvert.
All of my food they be foreign. All of my whips they be foreign.
Exterior.
All of that drip they be foreign.
Foreign.
All the you talk is foreign.
Straniere.
Foreign clothes, foreign pros, that's what JJ said. Dab duties, foreign whips with no payment plan. Stacks of good silk, thought
Now, who is this rapping?
Now that is St. Louis artist Eddie Williams. He's actually an R&B hip hop artist out of St. Louis.
Okay.
This whole song is St. Louis artists, except for the last. There's 3 artists on the song, 2 from St. Louis, 1 from Chicago.
Okay. So you got AD and who else?
We got AE, and then we got Ghost. I think he goes by Ghost 314 now.
Oh, so this is who I've been hearing. I've been seeing Ghost on. Okay.
Yeah, Ghost is cold, man. Ghost, that brother got some skill, bro. He blesses that second verse, so he really blessed the second verse, and then the last verse is an artist named Sin Alexander.
Okay, all right.
We have to be more.
I'm singing, that's big, Breezy fan. Spin the block, bustin' jokes before record deals. I remember slaving, working, couldn't pay my bills. Yeah, them days was goofy, but I wasn't missing no meals. Counting more money, that's without a paper trail. Put in that work, making them hurt, only the real can tell. Keeping the finer things and living the dreams without even using a scale. Born sight, believing the hype, only the real prevail. Yes, I'm anonymous, yeah, you know me. Sitting behind the wheel, putting the pressure on Bitz. My team we eat, getting the major deals. Know a young hitter like me won't sign a sheet unless it's unleashed for meals. Shirt, pants, shoes, it's not a crime. So what I dress to kill. I'd rather be counting that green, not sipping no lean, but only the time will tell. Yeah.
All of my food they be foreign.
Introvert.
All of my clothes they be foreign. All of my whips they be foreign.
Exterior.
All of that drip they be foreign.
Foreign.
All the you talk is foreign.
Straniere.
All of my clothes they be foreign.
Introvert.
All of my food they be foreign. All of my whips they be foreign.
Exterior.
All of that drip they be foreign.
Foreign.
All the you talk is foreign.
Straniere.
Riding a brand new lap. Yeah, I'm home, I'm back. And got a brand new tool in my lap and a brand new get naked in the back. Nick Heavy got brand new chains. Peep Gang these brand new J's. Shop Louis V got brand new shades. Got brand new throwing brand new shades. Brand new rocks in the watch piece. Hate when the ball better watch me. Chain iceberg up, big chunks I see. 9 on my side if it wanna try me. Might be in the ER with the IV. Mom screaming out loud, oh Lord, why me? Might see the pool flying through with a high speed. Good smoke got looking like a Chinese. Simply C-R-A-Z-Y. Get money, yeah, I'm that type guy. So fresh, so clean like Outkast. Make it to the trap spot where I count cash. Think fast, outlast any rapper who be thinking any about that. Took a loss when I bounced back. Baby got a fat, got me thinking I'ma bounce that. You ain't no St. Louis be the city, I'ma ride for it, die for it. Bust shots in the sky for automatic with the grind, call it cyborg. Therefore, I wore ice like snowing outdoors, selling out tours, got from shores, penthouse doors with the marble floors. Yeah, make it rain, I'ma make it pour. Got haters all mad when they see me in the foreign.
All of my they be foreign.
Introvert.
All of my clothes they be foreign. All of my whips they be foreign.
Exterior.
All of that drip they be foreign.
Foreign.
All this you talk is foreign.
Straniere.
Need a new passport, I'm all out of room. I'm in Paris, chill at the Louvre. All night to London, got nothing to prove. Slang in Shanghai, I'm on the move. Wakanda forever, sipping on boo. Tokyo drifting, just me and my boo. You basic, you local, I'm global, zoom zoom. My dollars be foreign, and so is the shoe. I'm vintage made, can't buy this new. When I wanna fly, I hire crew. Your diamonds flawed, my diamonds blue. You ain't got no ends, I can't f with you. I'm custom made, custom paid. Can't catch the flight, you look at the gate. Can't stop my shine, can't block my shade. Cause where I'm from, we call that paid.
All of my they be foreign.
Introvert.
All of my clothes they be foreign. All of my whips they be foreign.
Exterior.
All of that drip they be foreign.
Foreign.
All this you talk is foreign.
Straniere.
All of my they be foreign.
Introvert.
All of my clothes they be foreign. All of my
my whips that be foreign. All of that drip that be foreign. All this you talk is foreign.
Okay.
All of my that be foreign.
All right. Well,
All of my clothes that be foreign. All of my whips that be foreign. All of that drip that be foreign. All this you talk is foreign.
Okay, that's dope right there, man. Like, and I waited because I was like, I'm gonna hear this one, and you know, off rip. So that was dope how you put that mud together. Cause I want to do something that I ain't done before. I want to play some music. Cause I was trying to get my boys, like I said, Slick and Otaku guy from Otaku Underworld. So it's a dope underground, but very viral collective. And I was trying to get them in there, but I think they dealing with it's something going on. I don't know what's going on, or they got some personal things. So I had, you know, they moving around. So they got some conventions and things lined up. It's, you know, it's the holidays, so everybody running around. I was trying to get them in here because I wanted to link them with you because you know. And so before we get to that though, because I'm gonna play a couple songs for you, and if you don't mind, I want to get some feedback on some of these songs that I'm gonna play for you. Because I try to bring people together. You know what I'm saying? Like my whole platform is to bring folks together, to bring truth to power, to, you know, have meaningful conversations that, and this ain't gonna be just a one and done thing. You are welcome. It's an open door policy. Anybody that I bring on the show, it's an open door policy, because I feel like we complain about our media, but we don't support our media because we're looking at the big outlets. But in order for an outlet to become big, you have to have those relationships.
That's right.
Exactly. So, and I don't care about who is viral or whatever, because good music is good music. No pun intended, but good music is good music. So, and for everybody that's been asking and bothering me, yes, I'm gonna be recording. Yes, I'm gonna put it out. I want to ask you this question. So,
yes,
I was getting ready to, and I'm still getting ready to do it, but I just, with the death and the passing of Takeoff and PNB, all the people that we lost, I'm kind of, and then just the overall feel of the music industry, because when we were growing up, you had multiple genres and multiple of music, where everything now is kind of just trending down, and the quality of the music is not there, I would say, in the mainstream like it used to be. Like, it's very, certain stuff hits, like when you have a Drake, or you know, you have I would say even like a Cardi or even a Nicki or something like that on the hip hop side. And then, you know, R&B, of course, Rihanna, Beyonce. Now you got Bryson, of course, different people like that.
Right.
But there's so many more artists. But the feeling of the music that hits you, like, it's a difference when you hear, like you were saying, Kizzy Rock, Colin Park. Like, when we were there when Yin Yang Twins took off, or Lil Jon took off, and Sean Paul. So you had a sound, even with St. Louis, like we had
with Nelly and Jimmy and all those guys.
And then it's like we kind of lost it. So my question to you is, how do we bring peace back into hip hop? What do you think can be done? Because there's clearly a dark cloud over the industry in hip hop, where everybody else is thriving, everybody else is surviving. They might, you know, some people might have health issues, but they die, you know, amongst their family, or they might have been by themselves, but it's natural causes. It's different things that, you know, that happen. Of course, everybody has an accident sometimes, you know, it's a car accident, or like with Alec Baldwin in that unfortunate situation. But how do we bring peace and unity back into hip hop?
I don't know. I mean, that's a hard question, because we've been dealing with this for a long time. I mean, I've been around for a long time, so I've seen the decline of not just the quality of music, but the type of music that we put in. I mean, I just asked my wife this question the other day, like, who is this generation's Tribe Called Quest? And it's not there. There's no alternative to just what you see. And unfortunately, and I hate if I offend somebody, but unfortunately, a lot of stuff that's on our internet platforms is playing to the lowest common denominator. I mean, it's easy to put a video on all your homies in the hood, everybody in white beaters and their guns everywhere like that, and that's all you see. So when it comes down to it, all these and the kids are who let's just be real. We make music for the kids to be inspired to go forward with it. So what they get inspired by, all they get inspired by is the same trap, drill, trap, drill, and then anything else that comes otherwise, we push to the side. I mean, look at the controversy that came up from 21 Savage saying that Nas was irrelevant, you know, and it's the same look I had. It's like how can this man be irrelevant? But people argue me down about it, like he's irrelevant because he's not part of time right now. But why is he not part of time right now? What are we promoting with that?
And so Nas, Jay-Z, you know, happy birthday to Jay-Z, Pimp C, recipes to him. Like these people that if he was still alive today, right? First of all, they think Ye is a problem, boy. Ye like he is like Boosie and Ye on steroids. Like that man was just like a class act. But it was just like I feel like with this, right? His argument is because he even said, "I'm gangster, but I like to make love to 90s R&B." So it's like with him, he's more so talking about right now in the zeitgeist of hip hop. He did say because they took that clip and ran. No, but I'm saying that conversation. He said Nas is forever a legend. Mm-hmm. But he's not making the music that's like you know, Jay, Drake, they can come out and get over here with us and then they outshine us. But with Nas and then I'm like, bro, you ain't seen King Disease, like you ain't heard every King Disease 3. I was just like, oh yeah, no. Lyrical hip hop. Offset said it some years ago. He said lyrical hip hop coming back.
Yeah.
Lyrical hip hop.
That's what I was going to say. It's coming to a point where if you listen, you'll see guys that actually got bars are trying to come back. Like you got your Griselda, you got your saying guys, but Conway the Machine. You know, you got these cats out here who actually can flow, who actually can rip. I got an artist right now in California named Keezy who is like, I mean, he's head above the competition, but he knows how to play the game with the trap sound and still have lyrics at the same time. But I think going back to answer your question, man, it's going to come up to those of us, yourself included, who promote certain, you know, the type of music that's out there. I mean, we live in an era where everybody's influenced by everybody. I mean, everybody's an influencer, right? There's no, in my mind, there's no true influence because we all influencing ourselves. When I started, there was a guy that I wanted to be. You know, when it came as a producer, I wanted to be DJ Premier. As an artist, you know, I love Outkast and Tribe Called Quest and the Wu-Tang Clan, a three-way tie. And then as a business person, you know, me and Jay-Z, Sagittarius, you know, same birthday right apart from each other. You know, I wanted to be that man when it came down to it. We got to a point where we started promoting the guys who were at the top and we started promoting the guys that was at the soldier level when it came down to it. And who actually gonna make a big influence on you for real, the soldier that's gonna probably not make it, or the actual general when it runs down to it. We gotta start promoting our kings and our generals more than anything when it comes down to it. Mm-hmm. And no matter what the genre of the music is, the problem that bothers me the most with black music is that black music is limited to a timeline. And this goes back to my conversation, my reference about 21 Savage and Nas and arguments I had with it. Nas is quote unquote irrelevant because we think that hip hop has a cap on it. That's the top. Mm-hmm. You can only stop it at a certain point. You get a certain age, you out the game. You know, you OG, you're not just OG, you old news. Nobody want to hear you on that whole thing. Mm-hmm. But the people that's really making the numbers, they're making the moves on it, they 45, 50 some years old, man, that's really making the moves still when it comes down to it. They're the ones that's actually running the industry with the whole thing. Malik's 50. You know, Kanye's same age as me, 45. You know, we still out here hitting it though. Some of us are behind with it, but does not mean it's in the front. They need to be more in the front and not taking anything from these young guys, because some of these young guys are amazing. The stuff they do, creative as can be. I love the creativity from it, but we can't just knock our ancestors when it comes down to, or our not saying ancestors, I'm like that damn old, but I'm saying we can't just knock the people that came before us. There's no reason there should be disrespect to the guys that came before and then at the same time, all we promote is the same sound every time. I mean, you can drop me right now 3 songs right now, and they sound exactly the same. Same content. That's first thing. Same sound. Second thing. Same look. It's all gonna be the same thing over and over again. There is no creativity on that aspect of it, and we can blame the record labels on that. We can blame the people, the content on it. But when it comes down to it, we blame ourselves because we allow it to be in the ether. You know, we allow these guys to be who they are. There's no way in the world that some of these artists that come out, that some of these guys who are here are here. They should be nowhere where they are. But you know, that's what we push and promote. And we got to promote more than just those things. We got to really get on the stuff that actually makes sense and you know, make us be who we are. Be proud of who we are. You don't have to be all, you know, pro-black and all that shit like that. It can be, you know, but we got to be to a point where we're proud of everything we do. And I'm gonna tie this into the project that I'm working on. The song you heard, Foreign, we still retooling everything, and before we actually truly release the song and everything, it's part of a project that I'm working on right now. I got the mugs. I'm promoting right now. Wrong way. Promoting Black Excellence. The name of that is the name of the project. And we taking the name of the project. We taking, like you'll see all over social media, I put Black Excellence on everything. Black Excellence, because we're promoting the best of who we are with everything instead of just the worst all the time. Mm-hmm. So that's what it comes down to. Is about us promoting our best selves. We got this mindset and belief system that we're at the bottom tier of everything, but hell, everything that you use, even this computer we're using right now, that's by our people made these things, man.
Yep. Rest in peace to what's my brother's name? He created
the video game cartridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up because I'm gonna see. Let's see here.
Birthday was what? 3 days ago.
Yep. No. What is his name? And you see that? See now I'm. Let me see.
It's all good. I know exactly what you're talking about though. I can't think of it right now.
I'm trying to remember it's on my. Let me go on my page. Hold on, because he, you know, everybody screaming about Ralph Baer and but they never give this brother his credit, so I'm gonna give him his credit right here, and I got to give him his flowers because he created the actual console where they made the games and the UI and everything, but he created the console.
Yep.
Gerald Lawson.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's not just like that's in this realm, but when it comes down to it, like we get so excited about the black billionaire, right? And like let's just use Kanye West for an example. We get so excited about Kanye West being a black billionaire, and he's the richest man in the world. No, he's not, man. He's not the only black billionaire. In St. Louis alone, my mentor, David, right there. He's right there in St. Louis alone. Y'all got him right there. And he started
Worldwide Technology
and all those other right there. David Stewart. And you got all these guys. You got him. You got Byron Allen. No one talks about Byron Allen. He's the richest man in television. And he runs all those streaming platforms, stuff like that you see in syncs and everything like that. It's a whole bunch of us out there. And those are things that we need to put in our mindsets of it. But unfortunately, you know, a lot of us cater to the lowest common denominator when it comes out to it.
Now, who was that second name you said?
Byron Allen.
Byron. I'm about to pull him up.
He used to be he used to be a corny game show host, talk show host. Byron Allen run everything. You look back, Byron Allen's one of the richest people in America, and one of the most powerful people in Hollywood.
Shoot, let me go ahead. I'm going to share this screen because if folks don't know.
Alan Parsons ran AOL Time Warner. So, you know.
Jerry Lawson right there.
Jerry Lawson, yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, and they had a Google Doodle last
week. It was great. It was fun until I played it.
Yeah, I got to go back on there and play it. But,
yeah,
and then there's Brian Allen right there.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I mean, it's many of us, man. These are just a couple examples. David Stewart, you know. Great man. If you're in St. Louis and you don't know David Stewart, get to know him. You do Bible study. He invites everybody out to it. Great man to learn. Get up under. He started Telco Buy. Started Worldwide Technology. That's a black billionaire right there in y'all hometown, right there in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I got. Oh my god. I got. What was I finna say? Let me see here. Yeah. So with him, right? I got a story. We he had came. I think he was friends with my family, right?
Right.
So he came to my mom's shop, beauty shop down there on Kings Highway in Holdemite. And
Okay.
I was supposed to do an internship with him when I was in middle school, but for whatever reason, his secretary did not pick up the phone. Like we called and it was like boo boo boo. But then I went and called on another phone and we got him, and I was like, why, were we blocked? And then ran to him again. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, brother. Because I was reaching out.
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe the secretary didn't like me and my mom or something. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I ain't trying to put that out there. But
Right.
I was like, and he even reached back. He was like,
great man.
Mr. Jones, where you at? Where you supposed to be down here? And he was gonna give me a scholarship to go there. So I would love to have him on the show and talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that people need to see as well, because we focus so much on entertainment that we
Yep.
don't look at the people that's around the entertainment that we consume that makes all of these things happen.
And we can
So
tie all that into what we do with entertainment. Entertainment is our voice that puts it out, but our voice should be doing more than just talking about the worst part of our society. I mean, the part that makes me upset about a hip hop head from the beginning. I mean, I started at the beginning of the culture of it, man. I look at right now the majority of the stuff that's out, it just promotes the worst of us. I mean, it's some good stuff out there. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I love Earth Gang. Shout out to those cats. It's some cats out there who doing some real shit. But a lot of this music that we hit, I do these shows every month. I'm hosting shows in Atlanta. I'm in Miami. I'm in Texas. I'm all over the place, and I still get the same thing every time. It's the worst of us, and unfortunately, that's the image that we have for hip hop music right now. And I wish it was different, because if you look at that and then you tie it into the fact that our music is discounted and the value of what it is, we don't value enough of what we have with it. Like, and I'm saying this to say, like, you've never seen a country music mixtape. You ain't never seen Britney Spears on somebody's mixtape.
well, I'm gonna say this as far as the mixtapes go. I feel like where the mixtape game is now, I feel like
Right.
having a drama on a project, having a DJ Khaled do these albums,
Yeah.
I love it. Um, I feel like it kind of needs to go back there in a different way, maybe with crypto or something like that. You got an NFT, you can send it to somebody, they can get the project, and then
Working on that right now.
it'll hold value, like, and then because that's something that I've been brainstorming with, as far as with like my album is like, okay, well, I'm gonna give y'all this NFT. Then when we start, because it was an app that I seen, I gotta look for it, again, where you can invest in songs and
Yep.
create it.
I know what you're talking about.
So it's like we're at a point in where technology is finna leap forward again. It's kind of been coasting the last 10 years. It's been
Right.
innovating. The platform itself has been innovating, but now the internet with Web3 and everything else is finna just launch into the stratosphere, and
Right.
we have an opportunity if we get up on it. We can be ahead of the game. So um my next question to you is about St. Louis. Like, what can we do in St. Louis to kind of elevate the city? Because I've tried to do it, and like I said, people tried to almost run me out of town because I was challenging the status quo. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
And
I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean. I was the same way, man. I tried to link everybody with everybody when I was out there, and unfortunately, there were some stories about my name that was incorrect, and it is what it is. I changed my name from Dolo to Diesel Hampton, for a reason, and it wasn't because of those stories, because I wanted to start fresh with myself and get new stuff out.
mhm.
But as far as St. Louis is concerned, I mean, there are some people out there who are connecting, who are getting each other out. It's just like Atlanta's the same way. I mean, it's the same thing. It's just the Black community. We gotta promote everything and everybody. We gotta be on board with it when it comes down to it.
Exactly.
Like
I think
your show and your format. I mean, I'm promoting your show, your format, and vice versa with my little Blurred Lines community and stuff like that. You know, we got to kind of be out there with everybody with it. There's no reason why you shouldn't be connected with anybody that's in St. Louis and promote that stuff out.
But see,
Like,
they gotta wanna do it though. That's the
that's
thing.
it.
Like
That's it.
I've had conversations behind the scenes with people that we know, and they
Right.
kind of feel like they're stuck on. I want to be popular. I want to be this guy or this girl or this group or whatever, and they're not looking at the bigger picture. They're looking at me, I, and it's like
Right.
I've never like I've been on top. I've been like the last couple of years been rough for me or whatever personally, but I never use that as an excuse to, as far as like the gaming stuff, like you see all around, like, we Call of Duty this season just started, my clan, Jadal, we were number 5. Like it's like they'll try to downplay the things that you do because it's not, they're afraid that if somebody shines the light on you, then it's gonna take away they shine. But it's like, no, I'm the equalizer, I'm the connector, and I'm gonna push you up because that's how God has kind of positioned me to be humble. At the same time, I try to pop it here and there, but I'm not trying to just take. But I feel like we've been conditioned that way. With the whole lunatic fallout, with these people, these other younger artists beefing and falling out for no reason other than they're afraid. Yeah, they're afraid. Like, they're afraid that if somebody pays attention to this person, they're not going to pay attention to me. And then that's going to create a rift or whatever the case may be. And it's just, if we just locked arms and say, hey, then you will get everybody in our community. Because then it's like, well, you can't hate. You can't. We can call out the dissension. We can call out the people. And just, if we walk forward together, then, I mean, the people that's high up like Nelly, Metro, they gonna have to come back to the city. They gonna have to jump in. People like you'll come back. Different people that have left, like everybody that's behind the scenes, and I'll tell you, I won't say no names here, but they all Killzown. You gotta leave St. Louis. You gotta leave. You gotta leave. You gotta leave. You gotta leave. You gotta get up out of there. Go to Cali, go to Atlanta, go some. If you if you do the music, go to Atlanta. If you do the games, it's like, all right, well, I gotta get, God puts me in that space to do that, I will. But while I'm here, I'm gonna try to do as much as I can, but I'm not going nowhere that I'm not welcomed. You know what I'm saying? If you're not welcoming me, if we're not trying to get past whatever, if we have any personal issue, it's a young lady that I know who is just blowing up. She's just like. But because we have past and prior history, like she, for whatever reason, it's just like I don't know if she feel like I'm trying to capitalize off of that or try to. It's like no, people gonna talk regardless, and people want to see. They might want to see us work together or be together, but it's not like I'm tripping off of that. I've moved on. I'm be better in myself as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever happened, but let them talk and let's do business. Let's elevate what you got going on. And you know what I'm saying? But people feel like if they get a certain amount of attention or they getting a certain amount of views and likes, that's why I was telling the brother Toxic, because we had a conversation that I think everybody should go look at. Big Killzown versus Toxic, Pokemon Scarlet. Like, I've dealt with it in the music industry here. I've dealt with it in the gaming industry, and I'm just like, it a lot of people, like my family, they're like, man, you just could give up on that. Like, there's just
I got a lot of that from St. Louis. My family in St. Louis. Yeah, I got a lot of that.
Then when the checks come in, it's like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, he was great from the beginning. I was there from the beginning.
I was yeah. And then it's like you got the Holy Spirit in you, and it's pushing you to go. You haven't been able to put it down, and you, Lamar, David, like y'all really like y'all my inspirations. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to use that word heroes, idols, or whatever, because I don't put people over God, but it's just like y'all are really an inspiration to me, and I look to y'all and I see y'all examples, so it kind of keep, as an older guy who, like you said, there's an ageism or you age out of hip hop. Sometimes I feel like that, but then it's like, nah, because I've been wanting to do it, but I'm equipped with the knowledge, whereas I might have blew my chance or blew my opportunity. So it's like, all right, people calling me to be an artist, but I'm not finna be, I'm finna do it a different way. I'm gonna do it my way. I'm not gonna do it the way everybody else is doing it. Like, with the AI pictures. I was gonna make one, and I said, no, I got my own avatar. This avatar that's on the screen was drawn by a comic artist. I ain't gonna say who it is because it's one of the guys. He was cool. One of the guys that's beefing with me, but you know that he's beefing. I'll again him another person trying to get together. So everybody doesn't have that spirit, and I had to realize, and I'm pretty sure you realize that, you know, we put stuff out there. We try to help people, but I've realized that true support is like helping people, and you know, you're not expecting nothing
Don't
back.
expect anything back from it. That's right.
Yeah. So
well, that's the one thing I learned a long time ago. That when you do things and to be blessed, you do things because it's for you. It's in you to do it. And I think one thing that I can definitely say and can say for real that when I do the music I work on and the stuff I do, I just don't want people to go through the experiences, the negative experiences I went through before as an artist, as a producer, as just a black man. Don't go through those negative things. If I can help you the best way I can, I'm gonna do everything I can to do so. Even in the footprint that I've made here in Atlanta, and the year and a half I've been back, I mean, my name has skyrocketed through the city since I've been here. And it's only from me just being open to everybody. And to answer your question about St. Louis, it's always been the mentality of crabs in the barrel in St. Louis. It's always been that mentality, you know, fighting over each other to get to the top for it. And I think one of the main things is to do for that community is to ignore the beef. There is no beef. It's only beef if you allow it to be, you know, because we come together as men and say, hey, man, look, we had a discrepancy on A, B, and C, you know, let's push past that shit. Let's work. When it all comes down to it, let's get paid. Because we got families to support. We trying to make it for each other and do the whole thing. We work together with it. We can do whatever we want. And that's the thing and not to knock St. Louis, but one thing I love about Atlanta is that these guys, like, if they like each other, they come together, they work. Even if they don't like each other, we come together and work. It's an artist right now I can't stand, but she working with me right now on this Netflix project right now. I can't stand her, but we working together to do what we got to do with it. And that's the thing. I think a lot of us who are, you know, raised in St. Louis, that mindset is to get past that, get past the whole, I got beef for this person, so I ain't messing with that dude. Can't be that way. I got beef for this person. You know what? I don't have beef for this person. Let's chop it up. Let's make this happen. Let's get money. And that's black excellence right there. Getting past that part that's the stuff I'm talking about. Get past that. Know that, hey, we can work regardless of what our differences are to make this happen. And that's what it all comes down to.
Mm-hmm. So we gonna go ahead on. I want to play these records for you.
Okay. And
then afterwards, I want you to like shout out everything. I ain't gonna keep you long. I know you got you chilling with your family and everything. So
they trying to come in here with me, man. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I know and that's dope that you built that. Like that's what I want to do when I finally have a family.
Yeah.
Is, you know, be able to do that. So I'm gonna play you my record because I haven't really jumped into it, but I want to get your feedback. I do this with everybody because you know, I did it at Soundwave. So I had, when you were finishing up, like I did it down there and that was some good feedback and everything. So I just wanted to play it for you. I'm gonna play it. Go ahead and bring it up now.
Okay.
Go ahead and pull this up here. And this is the first time I ever done this, y'all. So you got live feedback. I was messaging Slicking them and inviting them, but I don't know if they busy or not. But we gonna play that song.
Killzown Jones, better remember the name. DJ Killzown Jones, better remember the name. DJ
Johnny Giuliano.
Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Hit me up, little shawty, and I might come get ya. Might come get ya. Might come get ya. Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Hit me up, little shawty, and I might come get ya. Might come get ya. Might come get ya. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. Hit And you can hit me on that line. 314-680-0175. Call me right here, right now. Just check if I'm lying. I'm back up in the place to be. Is Killzown shouted, but they call me AGZ. And I still got a fan base on Bebo and MySpace. Tell me why your girl still at my place. We supposed to left on part 1, but we here on part 2. So you already knew what we came to do. We on Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Hit me up, little shawty, and I might come get ya. Might come get ya. Might come get ya. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. 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 Hit me on that Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Hit me up, little shawty, and I might come get ya. Might come get ya. Hey, might come get ya. Hey, little shawty, did you miss me? It's DJ AJ Crispy. All on the homie, but back then you tried to diss me. Always tried to play me, you never would've dated me. Your man was in my face talking about he wanna fade me. But I'm a sub 9, I got them bucks 9. I'm fresh as fuck, and I'm pulling up in trucks 9. Gonna duck down, gonna kiss the ring. You can never, ever, ever be one of my team. On that Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Hit me up, little shawty, and I might come get ya. Might come get ya. Might come get ya. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. 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 Little shawty, hit me up. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. On that Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Facebook, IG, YouTube, Twitter. Hit me up, little shawty, and I might come get ya. Might come get ya. Might come get ya. And I could've kept on rapping. Then brought the hook in, but then I said, nah, verse 3 gon' be the booking. If you're looking for booking, hit me up on IG, hit me up on Twitter, man. You know where to find me. Hit me up on PSN, hit me up on Xbox. Man, I'm finna flex watch. Man, I hold my Xbox. Man, I hold my Xbox. Man, I'm finna flex watch.
Yeah.
Who produced the track?
Johnny Giuliano.
Okay, the track was fire. The hook was the hook definitely brought it, pulled you back in with it. That was dope.
Yeah.
Are you using it for the show itself, or are you just using it as an actual single?
I was actual single. I had this song. I've been working this song because I feel like a lot of people drop 80,000 projects, or they drop a project, they wait too long, but it's like, this is the single. This is, what we re-roll. And I got some other stuff I already got that's out floating around. And then I got some other stuff that I haven't released yet. But there's some stuff that I'm conceptualizing. But I wanted to put this out there because this song, the beat reminded me of like Nelly, the Tiggs, Chiggy, Raekwon. And then it kind of builds into that. So it's like, yeah, so that's kind of, this is the single I'm pushing. I wanted to get your feedback on, because everybody been liking it so far. Like, I was at a show, and my homegirl had turned around, like, we was listening to an artist, right? And we was at this particular person's event. And they turned around and was like, you need to be doing this. Like, we not really feeling this up here, but you need to be doing this, and you need to go, because they was singing it for like a whole year, like the hook. And I was like, okay, now I think I got me some. So I'm running it past people before I do the big push in the video, because the video, when you see the video, it's gonna be crazy. And Rim, I know you've been waiting. We gonna try to do the video next year, and then we're gonna roll everything out. But the next song I want to play for you is my guys Slick and Otaku Guy. I've been blowing them up, but they doing their thing, but they are like the anime rap heroes. And this right here, because he got a song called Breathing that I want you to hear too, but we played it on the last episode, but this is their new joint they just dropped. It's called Tenkaichi 4, so we're gonna go ahead and play that. He gave me carte blanche to stream it, so we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Cool?
Don't fuck with this Heard he put a M right on my head, I sip my gin and juice. I came down to earth, but I ain't down to earth, that nigga move. Slick gon' keep it a sense, you already know that's how that nigga move. But Slick gon' keep it a secret, these niggas try snitching when they lead them.
Big nigga like Majin Buu, got 2 bombers inside the coupe. Whole gang full of sayings, I'm just saying shit look like a zoo. But they know I'm a general now, y'all boys might as well throw in the town. Niggas be scared when I'm making my rounds, spill my jaw, niggas looking like clowns.
That nigga's a fanboy, in love with his Android. Posting little blogs online about me like a
I know my cousin watching this, but I'm sorry for the language, but let's keep rolling.
Flexing on these niggas like success who was a steroid. Quit this send a nigga up to you, my bitch, I'm paranoid.
My niggas will Breezy, they'll pull up with the bean tuck. Up on Corn Tower, I stay chillin' with my feet up.
I need me a Chi-Chi with them Chi-Chis, yeah, them D-cups. I put that on Kami, nigga, try me, I won't freeze up.
I need me a bomber, put that power pole up on him. Keep on talking shit, we turn that boy into a donor.
Now he running like a Doria. You won't see euphoria. Try to run now, you get cornered. We got something for ya.
Running attack, hit him right in his back.
I put a dough down, Ray on the gas.
Doing like Krillin, turned into a pack.
So many horsemen, I feel like Bojack. Yeah, I'm sure the nigga can't have his whole bag.
Low on sale, got a damn near perfect. Meanwhile, rappers out here stay hurting.
Muff with the po-po, where's my turban? Heard he put a M right on my head, I sip my gin and juice. I came down to earth, but I ain't down to earth, that nigga move. Slick gon' keep it a sense, you already know that's how that nigga move. But Slick gon' keep it a secret, these niggas try snitching when they lead them.
Big nigga like Majin Buu, got 2 bombers inside the coupe. Whole gang full of sayings, I'm just saying shit look like a zoo. But they know I'm a general now, y'all boys might as well throw in the towel. Niggas be scared when I'm making my rounds, spill my jaw, niggas looking like clowns.
We're gonna go right into breathing, cause
Long Street.
Water, breathing, we out here slaying these demons, I cut it once and I'm leaving. Still on my hip, don't make me unsheath it, Bitch nigga, we undefeated. I put a hole in the square like a Cheez-It. Thunder, clap, flash, sleeping. These niggas born, they swear that they beastin'. Water, breathing, we out here slaying these demons. I cut it once and I'm leaving. Still on my hip, don't make me unsheath it. We undefeated. I put a hole in the square like a Cheez-It. Niggas is boring, that's why I be sleeping. Keep talking shit and we idiots.
Look, sometimes it doesn't matter, you strong. You can make the right decisions, but the path will be wrong. This breath is sound that held me down, I made a shadowy off. And I started losing count of all the casualties, oh girl. Wow, like I'm Tanjiro, demons that I carry home. Shit no starting to scare me though. Make a sound, unsheath, make them bleed. This shit got me acting out. I just hope that you know that it was all love when we gone. Shadow on to 'em with all these new art forms. Go around here, we breakfast. I lost homies out in that field, so don't get reckless. Play with me tonight, them demons won't see breakfast. Okay, this shit get messy. Make sure they hear my message. If I die, I took they head with me. Bitch, I finally found my reasons. I found warmth when I was freezing. All these bodies that I'm leaving, and it's all over there, all over there.
Breathing, we out here slaying these demons, I cut it once and I'm leaving. Still on my hip, don't make me unsheath it, Bitch nigga, we undefeated. I put a hole in the square like a Cheez-It. Thunder, clap, flash, sleeping. These niggas born, they swear that they beastin'. Water, breathing, we out here slaying these demons. I cut it once and I'm leaving. Still on my hip, don't make me unsheath it. We undefeated. I put a hole in the square like a Cheez-It. Niggas is boring, that's why I be sleeping. Keep talking shit and we idiots. Oh my God. I've been dealing with trauma since I was a kid. I smell the bloodlust up in the air. Shit, my own sissy been wanting me dead. You niggas talking about fear. All my ops attacking, they don't just lay. Hopscotch niggas a chalk out a square. Fuck a top 5 nigga, I'm on a tear. I got the heat cause I got the drip. If you try to reach, then you would get wet. We never rule, we sever the ties up behind the scenes, you pulling the threads. I put the moves on a nigga like MJ, I take his hoe, now she ain't a hit from the back, now she calling me sensei, Now she in love with my dick, ain't I never told her my real name, Look how I got her on lock, got in that box, and then that bitch feel me, She know boo love won't sell me, That nigga a son to me, using my sound, he a body snake. All I do when I hear come the snakes, give me my credit, don't lie to me. I never ride nobody wage, G, you got me fucked up. Now you robbing flows, but 2 years ago you was stuck up. It's only natural, niggas run down when you come up. Well, you should've slayed the demon, nigga, that's tough luck. Water, breathing, we out here slaying these demons, I could've once and I'm leaving. Still on my hip, don't make me unsheath it, Bitch, nigga, we undefeated. I put a hole in the square like a Cheez-It. Thunder, clap, flash, sleeping. These niggas born, they swear that they beastin'. Water, breathing, we out here slaying these demons. I could've once and I'm leaving. Still on my hip, don't make me unsheath it. We undefeated, I put a hole in the square like a Cheez-It. Niggas just boring, that's why I be sleeping. Keep talking shit and we in the season. Oh my God.
So
it's dope.
Hey, that's what I've been trying to tell people, man, because you know they've been sleeping on, but like I said, they've been going crazy, man. And
it's a market for that too, man. That second one, especially, it's a market for that for real.
Yeah, man. I told Slick the other day. I was telling them, like I said, they in the middle of stuff, but I'm like this, and then they rolled in they just dropped a project called Dark Zero because Chris of SJE and Faye Bully, they did like a dual project, and they also on Taku Underworld. What's the name of it? I think it's called Superheroes, but they did one, and that's kind of like the spiritual successor because they like the newer members to Otaku Underworld. Instead of staying underground, they say Underworld because you know the anime references. So
right,
you know, but yeah, like they man, them guys, man, they just on a whole different, they in a whole different bracket when it comes down to it. So, but yeah, so how do you feel about both of them?
They got something special with that, man. It's like I said, it's a market for it for sure. I mean, that first one was good, but the second one stood out a lot more just because I think it was better produced. The first one was good. It gave me a cool ass anime meets UGK type vibe to it. So it was dope. But that second one, the last one displayed, that one I think I'm gonna probably remember that one more. It just hit harder overall. But both of them were really good tracks. I mean, I was taken away by it. Really good, and the concept is dope. You know, to put in the anime with it and everything with it. My only concern is just the legalities behind everything they do with it. Just make sure they get the clearances on everything. Get your shit cleared is the main thing.
Oh yeah.
But it sound I liked it. I like both of them.
Okay, cool. So, we got some more. We could probably do a whole show on it, but I want to ask you. Those are the records I wanted to get feedback. You know, of course, hit me up.
Yes.
We played foreign. You got them in there. I was fighting to get them on, but like I said, some ended up happening. But we're gonna do it again. You know, you got an open door policy, and I know you got plenty more stories, but I don't want to just give it to them all in one go. So yeah. So we gonna definitely do a part 2. So Diesel, what you want to shout out, man, before we get up out of here?
I want to basically shout out, all the fam back in St. Louis, man. Hey, love y'all still. Right now, my sister is back. She's doing it real big. She's working with St. Louis Hits right now on a couple things. So shout out to Brandy J, Indy Red, St. Louis Hits, those guys right there out of St. Louis. Of course, Malik Youssef, Good Music, Bad Kids Click. Also, I did want to make a quick announcement. We are currently looking for artists for the 366 project that we're doing for next year for Malik and Bad Kids and everything. So basically, I'm sending you more information on it, but we're looking for artists for that exclusive streaming opportunity that we have right now. Anybody interested in getting into sync work, holla at your boy, dieselhampton.com, Diesel Hampton on all social media groups. some social media networks, and if you're ready to work, I'm ready to work you. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I wanted to get the guys on, because I wanted to get y'all all in we'll bring this up here. Just get y'all all in tune. So, here's the website, and then let me go ahead on and pull up the rest of the screen.
Hopefully the link's still where I gotta update the site.
Yeah, just the Facebook there, but I mean, I know you got the other one, so I ain't gonna put the first.
Everything's the same. Instagram, everything's Diesel Hampton, so it's all the same.
Yeah, so there you go. Go ahead and do the.
At DHMG, we do branding, we do everything, man. So my wife is a beast on that. So marketing, branding, all that, we do everything. So that's me right there at Instagram. Holla at your boy.
Yep. So I appreciate you, brother, for coming on.
Hey, thank you.
For spending your time. I know, like I said, it's Sunday, everybody is with the family, so we'll definitely do this again. I appreciate you, bro. And you know what? Before we get up out of here, I do got one more song that I want to play from my girl L Streets before we get up out of here, and because she is with my sponsor, one of my sponsors, Jadal Gaming. Shout out to Jadal Gaming and to W Energy. Those are my sponsors right there. I'm about to pull up the Jadal website real quick. Make sure y'all go to jadalgaming.com, and let me go ahead and pull it up right here. Y'all can join our mailing list right here. Here's the website. The podcast will probably be, let me see here. I think we got the Twitch stream right here. So yeah, right here. So it should be up here. Yep, we're live on the website as well. And then there's Midnight Suns. We playing that. So the merch and everything is over here. We do have a Black Friday sale. You can get the headphones. I got them over there, the hoodies, all of that. But let's get to, where is the song? You go ahead on. Yep. So this is off. Where is it at? Let me see. No. Yeah, off. Okay, yeah. So we want to go ahead. Yep. L Streets in the game. We're going to go ahead and play that.
How we sound, bro?
You said what?
It's no sound.
Oh, hold up. Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back. We'll bring it back. Bring it back. Hold on. It didn't do it for me when I did it the last time. Okay, here we go. No, hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Let's run it back.
I make a hit, it's on fire. I keep it street, drip with your die. I'm overseas, trip to Dubai.
DJ Scream.
I don't know, my nigga. Something real off with these ops. Chicago to Compton.
If it's up, then it's up there. Set it off like Pinky. Set it off like teeth. Set it off like teeth. If it's up, then it's up there.
I forgot. I don't own the rights to this music, Facebook. Don't at me.
Yeah.
I'll put it back in there when I get finished, but let's go.
Set it off like Pinky. Set it off like teeth. Set it off like teeth. If it's up, then it's up there. Set it off like Pinky. Set it off like teeth. Set it off like teeth. If it's up, then it's up there. Set it off like Pinky. Set it off like teeth. Set it off like teeth. I'ma send it up like crossfire. You ain't on my side, then you offside. Bitch, you can't see me cause you cross-eyed. From the south side to the north side. Anti-social, I don't tweet shit. Used to think I really wouldn't be shit. Till I see the money and I see shit. Now everybody calling one free shit. But, knuckle to bucket if you wanna. I make room for call you a gunner. I've been away for a summer. They plotted and hated my comma. But I'm back now, took a long break, had to get it. Still long shot, still I'm with it. Still got shooters, still on business. Still leveled up, but I still got hitters. If it's up, then it's up there. set it off like Pinky, set it off like teeth, set it off like teeth. If it's up, then it's up there. Set it off like Pinky, set it off like teeth, set it off like teeth. If it's up, then it's up there. Set it off like Pinky, set it off like teeth, set it off like teeth. If it's up, then it's up there. Set it off like Pinky, set it off like teeth, set it off like teeth. I'ma send it up like Nassau, do a nigga dirty like dance off. Got a slow wine like your hands off. My money big and it stand tall. Got a money heist like standoff. Rhyme through the shy off Randolph. Spin through the city like handball. Even when a whip man is hands on. And run up, get done if you wanna. I'm about to kill it this summer. Diamonds come straight from the tundra. And always been hungry like hunger. But I'm back now, took a long break, had to get it. Still on shy, still I'm with it. Still got shooters, still on business. Still leveled up, but I still got hitters. If it's up, then it's up there. Set it off like Pinky, set it off like teeth, set it off like teeth. If it's up, then it's up there. Set it off like Pinky, set it off like teeth, set it off like teeth.
Antennas is raised, nigga. We on niggas' heads. We ain't come to play no motherfucking games, nigga. Illinois to California, we laying niggas the fuck down. Like I said, ill streets. Something real off about these niggas.
Yeah.
Concept was dope.
Yeah. And then it was funny. What was I finna say? We actually are the number 5 clan, Jadal's number 5 clan on Call of Duty Vanguard. They just started Modern Warfare, so we gonna be up on there. So we be shooting for the number 1 spot this year. So I appreciate you, bro. I just wanted to come on and have you, get your feedback, because I want to showcase new talent and then we looking for independent game studios. Shout out to Breezy, he working on his game. He wasn't able to be here, but he sends his love and his regards and everything else. So next time you come on, you got to get him on, because know he's a tough and objective critic. So we gonna get on out of here, man. Appreciate you, Diesel, for coming on, man.
Wakanda forever, brother.
Yeah, for sure. Rest in peace to Chad. Look, I got the poster right there.
Right.
Rest in peace to Chadwick, and we up out of here, man. Peace.
All right, man. Peace. Thank you.
All right.
Come get you, hit me up, little shawty, hit me up. Hit me up, little shawty, hit me